Okay, good evening. Thank you so much, Keanu, for joining today's lessons. Yeah. So on today we will continue for our lesson. So on today we will go for the module 6 and lesson 4. It's about the structure of the database here for our today's lesson. And before we go, Keanu, just like usual, I want to ask about your routine, Keanu. How was the week, Keanu? Can you tell me a bit about your routine on this week and also about this day?
It was fine, I guess. I didn't go to school because I was sick.
Oh,
Yes,
you not attend your school because you are sick?
yes, I was sick.
Oh, okay, I see. How about now? Are you already better?
Yes, I'm better.
But today you still not attend your school.
No,
Oh, I see.
tomorrow maybe.
I see. Okay. And how about the weather right now on there, Ken? Because on here in Jakarta it's heavy rain, I think, yeah. How about that
Yeah.
in Bandung?
Very random question, yeah. Okay. Uh, it's fine, I guess.
It's fine. Oh, okay.
It's
So,
just been raining. No,
but
it just stopped. Yep.
but it's not heavy, yeah, like Jakarta because Jakarta is very heavy for now, yeah. And
Yep.
it's yeah, it's flooding in every, as you can see, maybe if you found the news, you will see that on here we have the flooding and so on the basically on some area. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, before we go, also I want to ask to you also about the previous lessons. Any questions, Keno, about the working with database in the previous lesson? Something that you want to ask about previous lesson? Have you finished the task?
Have you finished the task in the previous lesson?
Yes, in the previous, or maybe have you
Y-
maybe do the task for the algo maybe in the previous week? Maybe you do for the what lessons?
Uh, no.
Oh no. Okay, that's okay. Okay, maybe if you have free
Yes.
time, can yeah, you can just doing the homework and the task. You can also ask me,
Okay,
of
okay.
course. And also, if you have any problem, you can also check the collab that I've shared to you. That's it.
Okay, it's still about web development, right?
Right. It's still web
Okay.
development, but for today we will go for a database. Yeah. So basically, it will be the continue of the previous lessons. So in the previous, we've learned about the database, but for now, we will learn about structure of database. I will share the screen to you. Can you see my screen, Keanu?
Okay, I can see your screen, mister.
Okay. So it's about the structure of database, yeah, for module 6 and lesson 4 lessons. Okay, we review first about databases. So what is database and how is information organized in database? Can you summarize a bit, Keno, what is database and how the information is organized in database based on your knowledge, maybe?
What is the database and how is the information organized in a database?
Okay, can you summarize by your knowledge? That's okay if you are wrong. It's not a problem. That's part of our
Okay,
conversation.
a database is like a collection of data, like a server.
Yeah, it's a
Ya,
collection of data. Okay, good. And then
ya
what's
kayak server gitu yang ngumpul data kan biar so something works gitu.
okay, I see. So how is the information organized in database? With which shape? What shape we
Eh,
use for database? Still remember we have the records and
Iya,
also
wait,
the
wait, wait.
rows. What's the names? We have the rows and columns. What's the name?
The rows and the columns do what ya?
What's the name of that? Which contains about the rows and columns?
Oh, the rows or columns.
Yeah, what's the names? What the names of that?
What spreadsheet?
Yeah, it's spreadsheet, of course. But inside the spreadsheet, what is it? What we call?
A block.
Yeah, a block. Okay. What once again? What is it? Maybe you can forget about this. The first letter is T, and the last letter is E.
TE. Hmm.
T. The first letter is T. What is that?
Is it on Excel, mister?
Yes, it's on Excel, right? So what is it? It's
Uh,
Excel. The first letter is
it's
T.
T. First letter is T.
T.
Uh, P.
No. C A B. What is
D.
it? Okay, so
The
basically
database.
it's table. Okay, table, Keanu. So
Oh, table.
basically
Yeah,
table.
yeah, yes. Table.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
table.
Okay, okay,
Table
okay, okay, okay.
contains about the rows and also the columns. So basically, database it's refers to information stored in some orderly way and also intended for a specific purpose. Yeah, basically for this database. And then what are the rows and also columns of database called? So
Table.
basically, on database, yeah, we can
Oh,
call the
record
rows as record, yeah, as a
and a
record. But
field.
anyway, it's the same, yeah. It's prefer that you want to say it what. But
Oh,
for me,
what?
I usually just calling it as rows and columns. But we can also calling it as record, which is a row in a table containing information about individual objects. Maybe we can also call it as field, maybe yeah, for the column, which containing the value of the specific property of an object. So basically, that's it. The that's the explanations about the record and also the field. Yeah, record is for rows, and fields is for the column. And then how do we create a table and how do we extract information from the tables? So how to do this? So we can do it by using the SQL, yeah. So the programming language for doing this, we can use the SQL, which is the structured query language, which used to work with the databases. And to create a table, we use the create table command. And to add the new record to table, we can use the insert command. And to get information from database, we can use the select command for this one for to get the informations. And then our discussion right now about database design. So how can we design our database? So in the previous lessons, we already worked with the ready-made database. We need to imagine that now we have to design our own database from the scratch. And the question now, how can we define a set of the fields for data table? And also, will one table be enough to store all the data? Okay, so how do we design this? What we need to do? So we need the subject requirements first, yeah. So basically, the database must correspond to the domain models. The database stores data elements. We have the entities. There are relations. We have the connections, yeah. For the relations, we can call it as connections between the entities. So the question now for this is what entities can be there in our database. So basically, what entities and then also what are the connections between entities. So that's part of the two questions that we need to answer, yeah. So what entities that can be there in our database and also what are the connections between the entities. So example for this one for
Okay.
subject area, so for the entities we have the students. The connection is maybe a student can receive a grade, yeah. And also maybe for entities for the teachers. The teachers teach the subject. So basically that's the teacher capability. Yeah. And also the subjects. So what is it for a subject? So the teacher give the student a grade. Okay, so basically that's part of the connection. We have the subjects, grades, teachers, students on the entities. And also we have also the connections for this one. And then also for the implementations, which requirements. So informations needs to be stored so that it's convenient to work with it. And the criterion of well-thought out database structure. So we have the
Rapid
rapid speed, yeah,
speed.
yes, of operations, namely high speed. So it can
Okay.
be there will be addition, the changes, and also the search for information. So basically, we have the three kind of this. And then for our new topic now, so we have the structure of database, yeah, for now. So what the structure of database that we can use? So we have the quiz, yeah, for this one. So questions to database. So
Oh,
what kind of
what
quizzes
kind
are
of
there?
quizzes? Is
It's
it like
complicated.
actual quizzes that we will do or what?
Oh no, it's only the questions that maybe when we want to create a quiz.
Oh,
So what questions are over different type of quiz? So maybe we can add some questions on that on our quiz, maybe about the coding test, or maybe what, and how many possible answers should be over to the questions asked. That's
oh, the
also the
answers is
questions.
correct.
Yeah, which of the correct answer is correct? Okay, so basically that's part of the questions that will be maybe inside our quiz table. Yeah, so basically there will be maybe example we have the five options and only one correct answer for answering this.
Oh, so multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple choice. And then for formulation of the problem, yeah, so we need to design a database for conducting online quizzes for this. So database must contain, so we need to have the different types of quiz tasks, and also we have also the possible answer to each questions, and also the correct answer to each question. And our task for today is to design a database and also implement it using Python and also SQL for this one. And for the subject area for quiz, so we have the this kind of entities. We have the type of quiz. Yeah, we have also the questions, of course, and also the correct answer, and then also the incorrect answer. So basically, the correct answer will be only one, yeah. one possible answer, and also for incorrect will be four when we have the five kind of option. So now for the connections, how are the following connected? First, about the type of quiz and also the questions. So how is connected, and also the question and also answer options, and also the question and also the correct answer. So basically, we have the three kind of questions that we will try to answer. And then for this connection, we have the one-to-one connections. There is one correct answer to one question. And then for optimal solution, so for storing this kind of data in one table, so basically, as you can see, we have the connection from B to O and B to O. So basically, that's the one-to-one connection there. That's only, we have only have the one related, yeah. That means one, yeah. Yes, it's also one for the one-to-one connection. And then what's next? And there may be also more than one incorrect answer, yeah. And the question now, how do we store them? So basically, the number of fields for each record must be the same. Otherwise, the speed of working with data will be decreased. And then if the number of the incorrect answers will differ for different questions, it will be inconvenient to store them in one table. So
Table.
basically, that's also the part of this here. If the number of the incorrect answers will differ for different questions, it will be inconvenient to store them in one table. And then for the connection now, so to establish the one-to-one relationship between questions and also incorrect answers, we introduce a limitations in the domain model. So basically for this one, we have the show for possible answers to the question. So we can design this kind of structure, yeah. We can design also this kind of structure. So basically this one, for the question, maybe how many months in a year have 28 days? So basically, we have the answers, maybe all. For incorrect answers, we have for one, maybe, and then for the incorrect answer
Okay.
two, there will be none. And
And what is a limitation?
sorry.
What is a limitation?
Okay, so basically, the limitation
Okay.
is
Okay, wait.
for the
I want to let you explain. Okay, okay.
okay. So and also the question maybe we have the example question again, maybe in the second. Which hand is better to stir your tea with? With a spoon, the right, left, and either. So basically, this one will be the we have the four options, yeah, to answer this, and we have only one possible answer that correct. So basically, this one, yeah, for this example, all and then with the spoon. And then for different quizzes, so the questions may relate to different quizzes. For example, so maybe the name, I want to know everything from the first grade to the fourth grade. And then the power of knowledge from the ninth grade and also and then to 11th grade. And then
Clever
for the
and
name
smart
now for
people.
the clever and also smart people from the fifth grade to the 10th grade for this one. We can also expand the table of the questions. So basically like this one, yeah. First question is, how much is 2 plus 2 maybe for this one? So the possible answer and also the correct answer is 4. And the incorrect is 1, 3, and 7. And name of the quizzes maybe like this one. I want to know everything, which range from 1 until 4. And then for the question text again, how many months in a year have 28 days?
And then
So,
the oh, it lists the
okay.
incorrect and incorrect. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so basically there will be only one correct answer, but there will be four possible that we need to select. Yeah, we have the all, one, not, and two. And also they have also the range and also the number of pi, blah 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 and so on. Yeah, the chemical formula of water we can, what's the chemical formula for water? Can you know
What?
what is the
Oh,
chemical formula of water?
H2O.
H2O. Yeah, so basically the H2O is the correct answer. How many grams in 1 kilograms? Okay, that will be 1,000. Yeah, just like you can see on here. And we will try to likely make like this. And problem number one, it's about the redundancy of information. So storing redundant information increases the amount of memory consumed. So basically, it will be the disk space here for this one. So basically, for redundancy of information, so we have the this kind of the range maybe, yeah, likely how many months in a year have 28 days. So maybe we have the range from 5 until 10, for example. And then also for the semi form of water, we have the range also from 9 until 11. So basically, there will be the range here for this one. And now for problem two, consistency of data, which information change, it must change consistently in all places where it is used for this one. So basically for the data consistency, so for the illustrations, if the organizers decide to change the name from the power of knowledge to the force of knowledge, they will have to sort through all the entries for this one. So basically, maybe yeah, we have the question text and also we have also the name of the quiz. Yeah, for example, so basically this table will be likely our, we will follow this one to make this. And then for data consistency, yeah, which is the solution. So the solution for this one, we will try to transfer the information about the quizzes to a spare table and also connect it to the question table. For example, for this one, maybe we have the one table that have two connections. As you can see, yeah, the table two about the I want to know everything. We can we have multiple connections. We have the one connections and then two connections. As you can see, yeah. But for the
This
second
is
rows,
function.
sorry,
This is function.
connection. Name
Oh,
is
connection.
connection.
Okay.
Name is connection. And also for this one too, we have only how many connections on the two? I mean number two. Only one, yeah.
Once. One.
Only one connection from table two to table one. The values of
So,
the fields
okay,
is
okay.
so basically the values of the fields in these columns are the same. And taking an entry from table one, we can find the corresponding entry in the
In
table
table
two. Yeah,
two.
for this one.
Okay, okay.
Next. And then now for the key. So basically, the key is the minimum amount of informations that allows us to find a unique record in the table. It's the base to organize the information so that the key is one field only. So basically, maybe for this one, I want to know everything. So we have the table and we have the two kinds of connections. And maybe the part of knowledge, we can go for this connection also, and then also for this one. What is the key in the questions? And also quizzes tables, yeah, maybe for example, for this one. So we have also the example like this, we have the primary key. So basically primary key is the key that is used to for links to the table inside the database. And to create the primary key, we need to spare field with the unique numeric value is usually created in each table for this one. So maybe like this one, we have the quiz ID for quizzes. And also for the questions, we have this one. We have the questions ID, we have the question, we have the correct answer, and then the incorrect answer, maybe the possible answer that we can select. And also for the quizzes, we have also the quiz ID like this. Quiz
Okay.
ID and then quiz ID.
Oh.
And then the type
So,
of connections that we have organized here for this one. Question now, how many questions can correspond to the one quiz? And then how many quizzes can correspond to one question for this one. So basically, as you can see, we have the two kind of this. So we have the one, for example, we have the two kind of connections for the one. And then for the two, we have only one connection. So basically, it's also part of the grade. Yeah, it will be the range maybe from the first grade to be fourth grade, and also for this one to from the 5 to be 10, and also for this to from 9 to be 11. So basically, that's the range of the grade there for this one. And then we have also the one to many connections that like we can see in the previous year. So we can calling that as one to many. If table one has a reference to the primary key of the table two, then one record of the table two can be associated with many records of table one. Example, on order, yeah. So we can maybe if you order something, can maybe you go for the restaurant. So you can order for 5 foods, right? 5 different foods, but in one
yes.
order only, right?
Yes.
So the order key is the table of the items, yeah, we can call it. And maybe for one flight, we have also many boarding tickets. The flight key is the boarding ticket
Indicate
table.
table.
Yeah. So for
Oh.
example,
Okay, okay, okay. I get it.
so basically for this example, yeah, for and then also we have the one to one, one to many in the previous, and now many to many connections. And then for this one is the no domain model requirement. One question can be present in several quizzes, and each quiz contains several questions. So as you can see, we have the quiz one and question one. We have also the question two and quiz two, and then also question two with the quiz three, and also the quiz three with the question three. So basically, we have this part like the part of the connection, this connection as you can see, and then also this connection, it's related to each other, can we? Yeah, as you can see. The question now, how can we organize the storage of such data? So the
How?
solutions, we can create a separate connections table, yeah, for this one. it will store the correspondences between the keys. So basically, it will store the correspondences between the keys for this one.
Okay, okay. Can I
Okay.
see the previous slide again?
Yes, this
And then
one.
the previous one again. Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Then next one, next one. Okay, so this is a separate connection.
Yes, basically this the spare connection table. It will be many to many. That means it can connect to each other. It's connect to each other.
Oh, okay, because of the arrows, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it connect to here, it connect to here, it connect to
Okay, okay,
here.
okay, okay. Oh yeah, I get it. 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 I get it.
Okay, so now for the total structure of the quiz database here for this one. So maybe we have the quiz, we have the primary key for the ID, that's the primary key. And then for the quiz content, we have also the question ID. Yeah, we can call it as foreign key. And then also for the question, we have also the ID again. It's for the primary key again. And the foreign key is a field where the informations must match the key in another table. Yeah. So basically, that's the informations.
Okay.
That means the informations must match the key in the another table. And if we specify the DBMS that the field is an foreign key, then the necessary checks will be performed automatically. Yeah, for this one. And then now for creating a table with the primary key. So the command will be executed only if the table has been created yet. So basically for this one, we can go for the create table. Yeah, create table. If not exists, we created the table name quiz. And then we go for this key. Yeah, we have the ID with integer, and then we go for the primary key. So basically for the ID will be integer, and then also we make it as primary key. And then varchar. So specifying the integer type and also primary key will provide automatic numbering of for this field. Yeah, we can also omit the value when inserting a record yeah, for this one. And then for creating a table
Hmm.
yeah with the external key Keanu.
Okay.
So basically to doing this, we can go for the create table. Create table. If not exists, we go for the quiz content. We go for the integer primary key as ID, and then we go for the quiz ID as integer, and also question
Question
ID as
ID
integer.
as integer.
And then we make our foreign key as the quiz ID with the reference quiz as from the ID. Yeah. And then for this one also we have the foreign key yeah, for references. So basically it will be the restrictions on the foreign key. So basically on
And
here we have
what
there's
is
something
the
that
key
okay,
foreign? The
it's likely a key, but okay. So basically this one.
Hmm.
We'll go backwards. Okay. So basically foreign key, that's also part of the key, but it's not the main.
Oh,
We
okay.
can revert from the another key, maybe another from another table what we can have, so we can get that basically for that.
So it's like the super class and a class.
Um, no, it's different with that, but maybe when we go for the practical way, I think you will know how to perform this. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay. And the references quiz.
it's
Sorry, yeah,
for
I'm asking a lot.
from the table. That's okay. That's okay. It's from the table. Yeah, quiz is the table. ID is the primary key. This one. Okay.
Okay, okay.
We will go for the practical. I hope you will more know how to do this. And then for getting table with the external key, the references restrictions will allow us only the data that is in the parent table to be stored in the dependent fields. So basically for this one, we have the quiz, we have the ID, which is the primary key. And also on the quiz content table, it's another table anyway, quiz content. We have also likely content same with the quiz. But it's different yeah, because we have the questions ID on here, which is this one we can call it as foreign key, FK, foreign key. We have the primary key first, and also we have also the foreign key. And also we have also now about the questions about the ID, which is the primary key for this one. We have also the primary key for this one. So it will be
Okay.
related to each other. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how it's connect. And then how to monitor data integrity. Yeah. In SQLite, automatic integrity checking must be enabled by establishing a connections to the database. We have the command
Command.
like this, yeah, pragma,
Pragma.
foreign
Foreign keys
key
on.
equal to on. This will ensure that all edit and also modified data is checked before closing the connection. So for this for executing, we can use this one. Cursor to execute, we can go for the pragma foreign keys, we set it as on, and then it will be execute this one. And then that's it, yeah. We'll go for getting the tables, yeah, on the task on the platform. Okay. Any question, Keanu, before we go to the
No
task?
questions? Okay.
Okay, you can share our screen, yeah, Keanu.
Okay. Mm, 26, right?
Yes, 26. Yes, part.
Oh, wait, VS, yeah.
Yes. We go for number one. I will share my screen. Read the question first, yeah. Create the database, tables, and describe the relationship between them. Attention, this level contains only instructions for Word. Work on the code needs to be carried out in the last level of this task. Study the program code on the DB script .py. The code contains functions for the connecting the database and working with it. The create function is designed for creating tables and describing the relationship between them. And write the code for these functions. So the structure of the database will be like this, as you can see. We will try
Okay,
to
wait.
create the database like this.
Show meeting.
We have the
Okay. Oh,
quiz,
yeah.
which contain about the ID and name. Quiz content, we have the ID, quiz ID and question ID. And also for the question, we have also the ID, question, answer, wrong one, wrong two, and wrong three. So basically, we will make likely this one, for making this one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so basically the database must contain three tables. The first table, the quiz contains required fields. The name is primary key, the name, and optionally we can also add additional fields here to describe the quiz parameters. And the second table we have also the name is the this table quiz content. It will be have the ID as primary key, question, answer,
Answer wrong wrong two,
wrong,
wrong
wrong two,
three.
and tick because we have four possible answer for this one. And then also we have also the third table. Yeah, we have the we have also the third table quiz content contains the fields for this one. So it will be have about the ID which is primary key, the quiz ID for the foreign key for linking the quiz table, and also the question ID. It's about the foreign key for linking the question table. Okay, so let's go. We're creating this. So how to do this?
Okay.
Maybe I will run this first, for checking. Okay, it's printing hello, so it's good. Let's go. We create the table first. First, we need to
Okay.
create the function. I will create it as create. We go for open, and then we will try to execute first, cursor that execute.
Oh, langsung aja.
Yes, yes. Try to run this.
This is just a test, or are we creating the real thing?
We will try to creating this. Okay. Okay.
Cursor
Let me
is not
check.
defined.
That's okay. Main the pi. Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me back for a while. I'll be back. I will go for the for the previous lessons on the 25. Yeah, we go for the 25 for this one. Okay, it's about the DB. Okay, cursor. Okay, I see.
There is no
Eh,
like connection, right? We have to make it on our own.
Yeah, we want to make another connections anyway. It's different connection because on here we already have the database as you can see. Yeah.
Oh,
But for now
launch JSON. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, no,
we
no, no,
have a
no.
database. So basically we want to make it from the scratch. Okay.
Okay.
So what we need to do just follow. That's okay if that's a problem with this. Okay, execute. So you need to type like me. Okay,
Cursor
we need to use
execute. Uh,
the triple F.
cursor isn't defined yet, mister.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
We have the
Pragma.
pragma.
Pragma. Okay.
Yes. Foreign.
Four quotation marks.
We need to use sorry. Oh, sorry. Three. Three, yeah. Three for the close and three for the open entry for the close.
One.
And then we will try to do creating the table so we can,
Are primary keys automatically on?
yeah, we will define it. We will define it
Okay.
by using the do after this.
Foreign keys first.
Yeah. No, no. Foreign keys, that means we want to turn on the foreign keys. So basically there will be foreign keys. If we
Okay.
don't specify this, we will don't not have the foreign keys.
But we don't need to specify the primary keys, right?
We will specifying it on this
Oh,
on
okay, okay,
here.
okay.
Okay, just type do. So now we will try to create the primary keys. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 3.
One, two,
Okay.
three.
Okay, so divide this. We want to go for the create table if not exists.
Create primary keys.
Yeah, if not exists,
Oh, if not exist.
if not exists, we want to create the name for this quiz for the first one. And then we create the quiz. Don't forget to open the parentheses. So what on here? So I want to create as the ID maybe ya. ID as integer. Integer primary key.
With idea.
Yes.
Do I have to make space from
Yeah.
the what ya? The apa sih namanya kurung?
This space.
From the what? The close apa sih namanya ini? Uh,
What? Maybe you can only follow me, can? Just follow
no
me.
no no. This one.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
No spaces. No spaces.
okay. What is
Don't
that
add
called
extra
again, Mister?
spaces. Okay.
Okay.
And then after this, we can just copy ya. Copy and then because we will try to create the three tables for this. And then after this, after we finish, just type for closing this here. Close. Finish. Okay. That exists. One we will want to have, as you can see, on the structure database, we have also the question. The question will be, we have the ID, integer primary key. We have also the question for varchar.
of varchar.
Yes, varchar,
The
that
primary.
means for variable integer. We have also the answer for this varchar also. We have also the wrong one as varchar also. We have also the wrong two as varchar. We
Just copy
want
paste kan?
Yeah, just copy paste. You can also just copy paste to make it easier and also fastly. Wrong tree, and then we make it as varchar also. Okay, so this already finished. And now for the last one, we will create the quiz underscore content. Okay, primary key, and then we have also for this one, we will have the quiz ID as integer ya,
Okay.
as integer. Okay, quiz ID as integer, and then we have also the question ID,
Okay, wait.
also integer, also make it as foreign key. That is, we have the quiz ID. Don't forget to make it references, references on the quiz. And then ID. Also, this one. Now from the question, references, the question ID. Okay, so basically we try to create this kind of. Okay. Have you finished creating
Wait,
this?
I'm one more, sir. Okay, wait. Question ID integer foreign key. Okay, wait, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, sir.
You finish?
Not yet. One more. Kiran.
You done?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so now, okay, so we will try to doing this. Okay, so maybe for make these functions, we need to import this one,
Import what, sir? Oh yeah, SQLite.
SQLite, and then we set maybe for the first one, connection is none, and also for the cursor, also we make it for none also for the first, yeah. Okay, and then after that, um, we, we will make it the connections here for this one, or maybe this one. SQLite 3 dot connect. We'll make the dummy quiz.db connection dot cursor. Okay.
Why isn't connect in my um why isn't connect defined, sir?
Sorry. Okay, wait.
Oh yeah, no. SQLite.
Okay. So we can make this anyway by
Okay.
using this, yeah, but maybe it will be the next step, yeah. We only create the structure anyway. That's okay. We don't need to make it happen. It's only for make it the structure. So just click the send task. So basically, when we want to create the tables, we can go for this code here. I will send to you. We need
Okay.
to also import the SQLite tree on there, yeah, when we want to create that. But for now, we will not doing that, yeah.
Okay.
Now let's go for number two. Don't forget to save it. Fill in the tables you've created with data. Attention, this level contains, okay, blah, 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 instruction, work and code, fill in the quiz, fill in data about quizzes and two questions, fill in the quiz content table. Make a loop where each table you want to, okay, make use, okay, they want to, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go. We will find this one, yeah, to creating this. So how to perform this? Okay, anyway, the time. we only have 13 minutes and we still have the material. Yeah. So I think I will try to copy for this one. You can also check for the collab. Yeah. I will send to you in the
Okay,
collab.
okay.
You can go for the collab and then go for the module 6 and lesson 4, Keanu. And then we go for the task 2.
Whoa.
Go for the task 2.
Oh, where's the
The
collab?
task 2, yeah. Go for the task 2 for finishing this.
Okay, task 2 now. Okay, Mister. What?
Okay, so you can just copy. Just copy from
Task 2
the
or task 2
task 2 on the
module
module 6
what?
and lesson 4, Keanu. On the module 6 and lesson 4.
There is no task 2, Mister.
You go for the module 6 and lesson 4 first.
Yes?
I mean, sorry, on the collab.
Oh, collab.
Because
Okay.
the time, yeah, because the limitation of our time.
Which collab, Mister? Can you send me the link?
Okay, I will send you the link again. This one, and maybe you can also save this.
Okay, this is official. Then on VSC1,
On the task 2.
yeah, and then what?
You go for the task 2 and then just paste on the task 2, yeah. So basically for the task 2, we will try to create our table.
Module 6 lesson 4 task 2, right?
Yes, module 6, lesson 4,
There
and
is
number
no
2.
task 2, Mister.
Number 2, I mean, can you open the number 1 again?
Not, that one now. Oh, yeah. Huh?
There's number 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean that one.
Wait, okay, wait.
Okay, so maybe I will
Okay, wait, Mister
just,
Sas. Someone knock my door.
okay, so,
Mister Sir, someone knock on my door. I think my mom knocked on my door.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Iya, boleh baca aja nggak? Hah? Ya bilang sama baca. Ya. Oke, oke, sir, let's go.
okay. So basically, I will tell you a bit about this. So basically, I think yeah, for the number 1 and number 2, that's haven't we don't have any database. That's okay. As you can see, it's only main.py. But starting from the lesson 4, there will be our database here, which we will try to create our database on number 4. As you can see, there will be DB scripts, which is the scripts for the DB database, and then so on, which we will try to create this one. And how to perform this? We will go for this task, yeah, on the lesson, sorry, on the number 2. But I think for our learning purposes only, also, we can copy just you can copy my code, Keno. I've sent you my code, I think, in the chat box, right? Can you see my code in the previous
Yes.
in the chat? You can copy this and paste for the number 1. So basically, what this code meaning? So I want to create the tables name quiz database. Maybe the name is quiz project, yeah. Quiz project.
Okay, Mister.
I will try to deleting this. And then when I run this, as you can see, we will create the database name quiz project. Can you just replace your number 1 code with what I sent to
Yes,
you?
I did. I did.
Have you created the database? If you
Yes.
Okay, so now for number two, I will tell you a bit. So basically on here, we have the function for the questions. We have also the quiz for making the quiz. And also we have also the add links for adding the links. And of course, the closing statement. Yeah. So basically on here for the number two, we will try to add months. That means we will add the questions. We also add for the commit and so on. So basically that's what we want to add on here. So when I run this, okay, I think, okay. So basically on this question smart, as you can see, we will have the functions for add the questions. That means we want to add the questions. As you can see for the questions, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yeah, we have the 6 kind of questions that we want to create. And also for the options of the answer, yeah, as you can see, we have the all, one, none, and then two. So basically that's the possibility of the answer. And then maybe first, and the correct answer will be the first one. Eh? So we need to add this as the first one for the correct answer. And also we have also the function for add quiz. That means the next questions again, it's about the smartest, and then also the own game, and then so on. And then also for the something yeah that we want to add, we have the insert into anyway. And then for the add links yeah. Okay, so maybe for this one, maybe for making this happen, we will try to go for our database that we have created before, yeah. Wait. Okay, so we will try to add also the quiz project, sorry, the name of the database that I've created before. I've created the name as quiz project yeah, for this one, yeah. So basically, I will just paste this because I'm already inserting this, especially on my chat GPT. So basically we will try to add this. Okay, so just type this. As you can see, it will add to my DB project. It means the quiz project. When I run this, it will run successfully. Basically, the content will be the same, but right now, I'm also adding this to the quiz project DB. If we don't optimize this, maybe if you only use the uh, collab code, it will not only create the table, it's only for the purposes for the learning, yeah. Okay. Okay, for
Okay.
this one, you can also check for this, maybe for this my code, yeah, I will send to you. It's kind of long anyway, so I will split this. Maybe I will send you until this function. This function. Oh, okay. It's also long, yeah, I think. Oh, this one. Okay, this one. And also maybe this one, yeah. Okay. Okay, if you have finished, maybe for number two, yeah, you can only just click the checklist, yeah. I
This is
think we
both
have
for number two,
done
right?
with number two. Sorry?
This is both for number two.
Yes, for number two. So basically, when you only answering this, it's also correct, yeah, but it's not make any table by using the original code from the collab that I've sent to you. So we need to adjust. So I'm adjusting it by utilizing ChatGPT also. So basically, it will run successfully and also create the table.
Okay.
Can you run this? As you can see, it will create the table name quiz underscore projects on the left side. Can you see that?
Add link.
Yeah, just type
The
maybe yes. Just type yes if you want to add.
quiz ID. It asked me the quiz ID.
Yeah, just type the quiz ID maybe if you want to add. But that's only
One.
for the example, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Yes, Mister.
Yes, maybe this one and then this one. It's only for example, yeah. That's okay. The
Yeah.
Don't forget to checklist yeah for number two. So basically,
Okay,
we will
Mister.
go for the presentations because the time also ya.
Okay, Mister.
Okay. Okay, so I will go back again to the task ya for the algo. Can you see my screen, Keanu?
Yes, I can share screen.
So now for filling database ya. So basically for filling database, we created database structure. Now it needs to be filled with the data. So basically for doing this, so before filling database, it needs to be clean. The way we can be sure that there won't be anything we don't need in database, we need to deletion takes place using the drop request ya. So basically we can use this one by using this command, drop table if access quiz, it will delete the quiz table if it exists. And then also we have also the execute many cursor, which methods will allows us to multiple queries to be executed ya. And in the second parameter, we can also list the data for queries by one template. So basically by this one, cursor.execute many, we have the SQL code and also a comma SQL code and then the data set. Example for this one, we have the list queue. It will be the questions like this inside the list. How many months in a year have 28 days? Maybe all, one, two, all, one, none, or maybe two. And also, what does the number of P equal approximately? So basically, for this one, we have the answer for 3.14 yeah, for the P. And then for the cursor executed, we can go for the pragma again. So that means we want to turning on the foreign keys. We set the questions will be the first one, Kenu, the first of the uh, sequence, and then the second will be the answer. The third and so on will be the incorrect. Yeah. So basically for this one, the correct answer is this one, and then for this one, the correct answer will be this one.
In this one, okay.
Because as you can see the sequence, yeah, question, answer, wrong one, wrong two, and wrong three, and then the values, yeah, that means for the output for this. And then for the query result, for example, how many months in a year have 28 days? So basically for this one, we have the answer for all. What is the number of p equal to? We have the approximately 3.14. And please note also the DID values are generated automatically. They were not specified in the request. And for the confirming changes, so after each data change, we need to also use the confirmations method. Yeah? So we can go for the connect.commit for this one, which if this is not done, then the change will be canceled yeah, after the connections is disconnected. And then filling in the connection table. We can also prepare the list with the data about questions and also quizzes. But if we rely on automatic numbering in the ID fields, then we won't be able to prepare correct data in the advance
The
for the
quiz
quiz
table
content.
content.
Let's name the quiz content for this one. We can also enter data in the quiz content interactively, and we need to look at the tables that have been filled in and select the IDs to be linked, and also pass them to the filling functions just like this. And then as you can see yeah, for this, it will be like this. Yeah, we have the questions query insert into quiz content, quiz ID, questions ID, and then the values. And then it will be answered just in the previous lesson that you can see. Yeah. Add a link, yes or no. Well, the answer is no. It will go for the quiz ID, inputting the quiz ID, question ID, and then also it will also asking again about inputting the data. Yeah. Until we go for a yes.
Eh,
Okay, if you enable foreign key consistently checking, as you can see, we go for cursor execute, pragma foreign keys on, then it will be impossible to add data with links to the non-existing quiz or maybe questions yeah, to the quiz content table. And the corresponding request will also return the error. Yeah. So basically for this one example, we have the SQLite 3 integrity error. It will go for it will make sure that foreign key constraint failed. Yeah. So basically when we have the incorrect answer for this one. Okay, wait. And then that's it yeah. We'll filling the tables anyway. We also have finished it yeah for this one. And now for the last
topic
topic yeah
queries
about the
for
queries and
related
related tables.
related
I think I will
tables.
make it fast because we already have an hour anyway. So for this one, it will be request the created database and we have the ID, question ID, and also the ID again for this one. And then we can request something on here. We have the questions and also the correct answers to them. We have also the names of the quizzes and also the questions that are contained in the specific quiz. And for the comments for the queries, something that you need to know also, we have the select when we want to make a selections and the list the names of the fields which selections will take place for. We have also the from which tables the selections will be made from, will list the name and also where. which the conditions for the required fields. And then we have also the order by, which it will sorting the according to the required field. And then for this one, we have also the questions. I put all the questions in the ascending order of ID look like. And then for the solutions, we can go for the using the asterisk. That means, oh, select asterisk from questions order by ID. So that means we want to pull everything from the questions table, and we want to order it. We want to make it ordered by the ID. We want to sort everything from the question table according to the ID field, yeah. And then how do we use the kind of query in the program? So basically just like this, we need to use the connect, yeah. Maybe if you have already DB, we can go for the questions to DB, and then connections.cursor, and then we go for the cursor.execute, select everything, which is the asterisk from questions ordered by ID. And then we go for the result, yeah. Result equal cursor.fetch all for this one. And then for the request for the quiz content, so how do I get the ID of all the questions contained in the one quiz? For example, maybe a quiz with the ID equal to 5. So basically just this,
Okay.
we only need to specifying this, yeah, quiz ID equal to 5, and then order by it by ID. And the questions will be sorted by the field ID of the quiz, the ID table, and they will be given in the
In the
intended
intended order of the quiz.
of the
Okay.
quiz, yeah, for this one. Okay, so basically that's it, yeah, for this one. We will have the capability to enter data maybe from the tree, quiz tree, and from Novas and so on. And also for this one, when we want to adding additional data, yeah, for this one, this record, there's one question ID which must occur exactly once in the question table. Let's select this one entry from the questions. And merging the records, we can also using this, yeah. We can consider also these records as one long one, yeah. We can merge this, but on here, basically, the call will be repeated, yeah. As you can see, IDPR, it will be repeated. ID, ID, quiz ID, and then
Mm.
so on, question ID, and blah, 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 because we merged this one. So when combining the records from several tables, the fields in the combined one are named as follows, yeah. And name of the table, name of the field, as you can see, we have the entry in table, we have the Q1, and then Q1. When we combine this, it will be like this, yeah. We will combine the table 1, Q1, and table 2, the Q1.
You
It will
too.
be
Oh,
merged.
okay.
Okay, so that's how, yeah. Look at the task to combine data from different tables using a single query task. And the task for now, we will try to get the question task and also the text and also answer question options for all questions in one quiz. So basically, we will try to using this, yeah, maybe in the next lessons, because we already finished for today's lessons, yeah, for today's content. We can
Okay,
go
Mister.
by using this one. And when we want to get everything from the data from the database, we can use the asterisk. That means everything. But when we want to only get the certain of the columns, we only need to use this one. Okay, that's how to answer this one. Okay, that's also the for another conditions. Okay, so that's it, Keanu. In the next time, yeah, we will try to start programming a dynamic website for the quiz projects, Keanu. Yeah. So basically, for today's lesson is already finished. Yeah. So on today, we also learned about the SQL anyway, Keanu. We create the SQL command, and also we created the tables, yeah, by using the SQL inside our Python, yeah, anyway. Yeah, we finished the task for getting the table. Basically, for the quiz content, we inputting the quiz content for the content of the quiz, and also we also learn about the connections. Yeah, we learn about the one to many, one to one, one to many, and also many to many table connections. Until here, any questions, Kenu, that you want to ask?
No question, Mister.
Okay, maybe before you go, just like usual, maybe from your overview, can you summarize, Kenu, what you've learned on today's lessons? What?
I learned about tables, about how to create tables and like the properties it's made of, and like how how it functions from using keys and interpreting the answers as code, rather than
Yes,
just a
exactly.
spreadsheet. Okay.
Okay, good. So that's it, yeah. Thank you for summarizing. So that's it, Kenu, for today's lessons. If you have any questions, maybe just feel free to ask me, yeah. Thank you and see you in the next lessons, Kenu. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Have a good
bye
night.
bye, Mister.
Thank you.